So I know why you clicked on this video. You know why you clicked on this video. It's because you're thinking about doing a triathlon. I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time, and it's because I feel like the world of doing a triathlon can be really intimidating if you've never done one. And for a lot of people, it's on their bucket list to knock one out, or it's on a lot of people's list to get into the sport. And so I wanted to do a video of complete beginner triathlete, beginner triathlon, anything. That this is everything you need to know about doing a triathlon, about what to buy and what to buy if you're not looking to do the sport long term or professionally, how to get started, how to train, what to wear, everything. So it might be kind of long, but this is the kind of video that I wish I would have clicked on for myself. So let's get started. I'm gonna walk you through from the chronological order of a triathlon. So we're gonna do the swim, the bike, and the run. And I'm gonna explain this video as if you don't have a specialty in any of these sports. Okay, so as simple as it can come to knock out your first triathlon. Let's get started. I've done about roughly 15 sprint to Olympic triathlons, and I feel like I have a little bit of advice that I can share now. So I'm not speaking out of my ass, if you're wondering. So take it for what you will, but please note, I am not a professional. Let's talk about how far a sprint triathlon is and how far an Olympic triathlon is. These are the only two triathlons I'm going to speak to because they are the only ones that I have experience with. I have not done an Ironman, I have not done a half Ironman. I'm only doing the minimum lengths. A sprint triathlon is 300 to 500 meter swim, a 13 to 15 mile bike ride, and a 3.1 run. An Olympic triathlon is roughly double that. The swim is a little bit more than double, I will say though. I've done Olympics where it's gone from 500 meters to a mile, and majority of them are a mile swim because they're open water. And then the bike ride, I've done 23 to 33 mile route, and then the run, 6.2, will always be a 10K. I will say the most intimidating part is just getting started. So here's my advice. Sign up for the race. As soon as you have a date in your calendar and you put your money where your mouth is and you pay for the race, you are more likely to stick with your training, to buy the gear, and to do the race. I promise you, that is the best way to get started. As soon as you sign up, as soon as you have that confirmation email in your inbox, it's go time. Okay, let's talk about my favorite part of the race, the swim. I'm gonna start with what to buy for swim training. First suit, when I was a swimmer, like a competitive one in high school, I really liked TYR and Speedo, but the older I've gotten, the more I realize I like just a stretchy suit and one that's not gonna suffocate me during practice. And so I like a good Nike suit. So I am a size small in regular tops and sometimes sports bras, sometimes medium, size like 4 in pants. So for swimsuits, they go by, I think, inch size when it comes to the size. You're not gonna get online and see a suit and see 2, 4, 6, 8 regular standard United States sizes. You're gonna see 22, 24, 26, and 28, and so on. So I range from a 26 to a 28. The good part about Nike is it's a little bit stretchier and more flexible, so you're gonna have a little bit more wiggle room. So I kind of size down when I get Nike. And it's open back, and I love these suits. And I'm gonna link down my favorite suits that I buy and repeat buy when these have worn out. It takes quite a while for them to wear out, but once they do, I buy the same ones again. So I'll link mine down below. Don't worry, boys. I know your suits too, oddly enough. I've been swimming for 15 years, and I know what a boy's suit size is from. And once I got my husband involved in triathlons, I bought his first couple suits for his training. Let me go get his, actually. This is Speedo, and this is a size 34 fast skin. So if you like a knee-length suit, then a fast skin is the way to go. If you don't want a fast skin, then you want to go completely European, get a Speedo. By all means, whatever you're most comfortable with. But do not train in board shorts. okay? And don't swim in your t-shirt either. We're all beautiful in any shape or size. That's kind of the beauty with swimming. It's like you're already halfway naked, so there's not a ton of equipment to buy for the training part. But let's move on to the rest of the equipment. So you're gonna want a swim cap. Very easy to buy online. Grab it on Swim Outlet on your way out. A lot of the races you'll do for Olympic triathlons will provide you with the cap, and so I like to collect them and I use them for practice for the next race. In my humble opinion, the best goggles in the game are Speedo's Vanquishers. So I'll link these down below too. Come in multiple colors, and depending on the season of when you're gonna train, and if you're gonna train in an outdoor or indoor pool, that will determine if you get a light colored goggles or a dark colored goggles. I have one of both. So if I'm an Olympic size outdoor pool, I'm gonna do the shady ones. These are my indoor goggles for those terribly lit gym pools. Hear me out on the swim training. The swim part of a triathlon is the shortest part. It is the part of the race that a lot of people steer away from triathlons. You don't need to be the Michael Phelps or the Ryan Lochte of the pool in the race, okay? You just gotta get across the pool in any way you can. So the best way to get started for swim training is find a pool. A lot of gyms in major cities in a lot of areas have pools. So sign up for a membership where it has a pool. But if you don't have one, YMCA is a really great option. Once you have a pool, then look up drills, and I kid you not, there are so many swim drills on Pinterest. Don't knock it until you try it. They have some pretty tough stuff on there. There's a lot of good swim blogs out there who provide really great swim drills. But the best way to get started is actually kicking, in my opinion. When I was training James, my husband, in the swim portion for his triathlon, I did a lot of kickboard drills with him. The hardest part that most people find in swimming is keeping their hips to stay afloat when they're swimming. Because naturally, our hips like to dip into the water, and that's what makes it so tiresome when you're swimming and you're pulling and you're kicking, but your hips are down here. So you're pulling yourself through the water like this, when the key to making it easier on yourself is lifting those hips and gliding on top of that water. If you are not a swimmer, I recommend training in the pool 2 to 3 times a week. And it doesn't have to be a full hour, to be honest. At least 30 minutes, 30 to 45. But really practice that kickboard, focus on the kicking drills, focus on keeping your hips up, and do some drills with you find online through Pinterest. Or if you're gonna go all out and access a triathlon coach, and by all means do what your coach recommends. But to make this as simplistic as possible, that's the part of the swim that I recommend doing the most and the skill that you should sharpen in the water. Here's another equipment tip that I have. A waterproof phone case. Looks like this. I got a 2-pack on Amazon for I think $10. And you can take underwater videos in this and photos, but I usually put this to put in my phone, pop up whatever set that I'm gonna do that day instead of writing it on a piece of paper, because there's no way that piece of paper is gonna survive in the pool. Leaving that set open next to my water, and you can tap through your phone through this case and you're good to go. I'll also link this down below as well. All right, let's move on to the next part of the race, the bike ride. So the bike is my weakest point, and I hate to say that, but it is. Like, I don't want to use the word weak. It's the most challenging part of the race for me. Let's go ahead and just jump into it about what you really need to get started on training for the bike portion. So for ladies, you do not need to break the bank for those cycling kits, padded shorts that you see in the bike shops. I like to do the shorts that allow me to put whatever top I want. And these have really, really great padding. I talked about these in another video, Tri-Suit Try-On, and I'll have that video linked down below. But this is about the shape of a bike seat. And so this lady's gotta have that comfortable padding. Really short, they come up to mid-thigh for me. And I think they go in sizes small, medium, and large, and I have the size small. Really affordable, 30 bucks. I have 2 of them, interchange between them, super comfy. I throw these on with a sweater on top like this, or long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever the season. Next up is helmet. Please be safe and wear a helmet. You can find a helmet anywhere. Walmart, a bike shop. I use Giro, G-I-R-O. I think the most important part in trying to choose a helmet is to make sure that it has this adjustment piece. So if you're going for a cheaper helmet, not all of them have this, but I think it's really important to have this little wheel to twist and tighten and loosen it to however it's going to be most secure. The next thing that I'm about to show you for equipment, it's not completely mandatory that you get it, but for someone who has really big eyes like me, I need something to cover my eyes like a windshield when I'm riding. I will literally get bugs. If the air is too cold, it'll water my eyes, so clear glasses. And I say clear, but these are the yellow lens. So I wear these when I ride. Really secure, make sure they're tight here. You don't have to get the Oakleys. You don't have to get the brand name. These were roughly 20 bucks on Amazon. And get this, you can change out the lens. So, dependent on the season, you can go for the shade in the summer, or you can go for regular clear. I've been liking this shade for the mornings recently to make it look like the sun has risen when it really hasn't. Really secure, covers completely. Now you're probably expecting this, the bike. This is by far the most expensive part about tri training, is getting the bike. And I will say, hear me out, and a lot of tri professionals or big triathletes out there are gonna judge me for recommending this, but I don't care, because this is why people are intimidated by this sport, you guys. So don't come for me in the comments saying I should not recommend this. Everyday people should be able to do triathlons no matter what their financial capabilities are. You can buy a bike at whatever cost you feel comfortable with. If it's something that you can control the brakes and you can control the settings for incline and resistance, that's fine. That is literally all you need, is to be able to control if you're going up a hill, if you can switch the gears and make it easier on yourself, or if you're going downhill, you need to be safer and switch the gears back down. Don't let people tell you that you need to go out and get a tri bike, or you need to go out and get the best of the best road bikes. If you are looking to do this sport for a while, and you know in your heart of hearts that this is something you want to pursue and you want to do it regularly, get a good bike. This is the moment where you ask yourself what's worth it and what's not. But don't let anyone else tell you what is and what isn't, okay? I knew a bike was going to be my investment. And I think my road bike for Trek was $500 to $600. And I have used that bike so often. It has seen so many trail rides, so many races, so many fun events, so many social bike rides. It's seen it all. And I'm very, very happy with my investment. And you can get up to $3,000. You can get up to $8,000. I'm telling you, these are vehicles. That's as simple as I want to make this, because I'm trying to get the message out there that anyone can do a triathlon, okay? And I really don't want the affordability of a bike to be the determining factor as to whether or not you even do it. Because I've seen every type of bike in a race. And guess what? They finish just like me. Groundbreaking. So for training, you can do 2 ways. These are the 2 ways that I have found I really loved and I've stuck with. By the way, if you don't love the way you're training, you're probably not going to keep doing it. That's a promise. So I love spin workouts. I don't recommend doing them solely to do your training, but I do recommend it to spice it up and make your training more fun. If you're not ready to do that on your own, go to a spin class. And it doesn't have to be a private studio. A lot of gyms offer these classes. If you want to combine that with going out to the trail or riding outside, that's, in my opinion, the perfect formula to the training. I combine my workouts with doing the spin workouts and going outside to the trail. I do a ride of usually 1 or 2 long rides a week, one on the weekend and then one really, really early in the morning on a weekday before work. And I do a ride of 45 minutes to an hour 15. But if it's on the weekend and I really just feel good, sometimes I'll go an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that's enough for me. If I reach the amount of 13 to 15 miles like it is in a race, I'm solid. Okay, new location for the video. I actually started that video at the house like a couple days ago. Camera died, went to go charge it, forgot what I was doing. Don't judge. But I thought, what better place to pick up where we left off than the trail where I'm about to run. Let's talk about the run portion of a triathlon. The great news is that it's the least expensive part for equipment to get started on training. All you need is a good pair of running shoes, workout gear, and headphones if you want them. I'm not going to recommend a running shoe because every single foot is different. You might like Hoka's, Nikes, Adidas, Reeboks, New Balances, whatever works for you, works for you. What works for me is Asics. But invest in a good shoe because you're going to be putting a lot of miles on those bad boys, so I think it's important for you to find something that's comfortable for you and something that'll last and not injure you. Was I drinking this in the last video? I feel like I was drinking this in the last video. As far as training goes, if you are someone who is not a runner at all, I highly recommend the app Couch to 5K. It'll tell you when to start running, when to start walking, how to take breaks. It'll make your plan for you. It'll help you grow as a runner. It's free and it's like having your own little personal trainer. I would do it 2 to 3 times a week or however much it asks of you to get where you need to be by race day. If you're someone who needs like someone to scream at you and you need motivation to get it done, I learned how to run through Orange Theory and that's what works for me. I needed lots of music, a dark room, a loud coach to yell at me, and someone to tell me that I could push myself farther than I thought I could. And after doing that for about 2 years, I was like, you know what? I feel confident in the gym and I feel confident that I could take this training and implement it at 24-hour by myself. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't start training until I was done with my membership at Orange Theory and I felt confident to go. But that's why I made this video. So you're not waiting 2 years to gain that confidence and feel like you have to do so many things prior to doing a triathlon. I am here to make this video to let you know that you can do it at any point in your life and in any shape of your life. It just has to be how much you want to, how badly you want it. How badly do you want to cross it off your bucket list? How motivated are you to do it? And it should not cost you an arm and a leg. And you should not have to feel like you have to get a personal trainer to do it. And you should not feel like you have to be the best Olympian in the world to do it. Everyday people can do it. And that's why I made this video. To motivate you, to provide you with some tips, tricks, tools, links to anything that you might need to get out there and start training. So I hope come 2022, you come back to this video and you comment back and you say, I did a triathlon, a sprint triathlon in California. I did a sprint triathlon in Nebraska, and tell me everywhere that you raced because I want to know where you raced, and it makes me so happy to hear that you got out there and you moved your body and you did it for you, no one else. You didn't do it for me, obviously. You didn't do it for your family, your friends, anyone but you. Because at the end of the day, when you cross that finish line, it's because you did it. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe to get more content like this. It's currently off season, but come on season next spring when I'm training, I'm gonna bring you guys along. So put that notification button whenever I upload a new video and expect a lot more videos like this. Motivation, tips, tricks, and all beginner level stuff. I'm not here to speak to the Olympians and professionals of the world because you guys know what you're doing. I'm here to speak to the community that really just wants to get out there and move your body in a celebratory way. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.